Met up with Nigel Hallam, that is, met up with the filmmakers Pauline Loven, Chris Roberts and Nick Loven.
Well, this is as classic an English scene as you can see. There's a wonderful display of primroses out across the churchyard. The church itself is absolutely gorgeous. It's a new discovery, but it's not the church we're talking about. It's what's going on in there.
The Luttrell Psalter is a 14th century manuscript, which is a book of psalms, and around the edges of the text are some illustrations, and these illustrations are of a variety of different things. There are some bizarre creatures, there are biblical stories, but there's also some very detailed depictions of everyday life. And one of the things that throughout the entire world it's famous for is these detailed depictions.
There is a wonderful facsimile of it down here. It is the most gorgeous church, all higgledy-piggledy columns, none of them quite vertical, but lovely and bright and airy. Here is the thing. It's so colourful, it looks so fresh.
The images that Nick was just talking about are all over the book, and we've been very true to the artist, because the images that he's drawn, we're looking at one here, which is a horse pulling a harrow across the field. We're actually having that harrow made, and everything that we've had done when we've had a plough made, we've found that the picture that is drawn has been very accurate, because the plough that we had made was made identically, and we found it ploughed in the right way because it was made for a heavy soil, which is in Irnham. So we are sticking as true to the pictures as possible, and we have total faith in the artist.
We talked to the museum, and what they wanted was for the people to just walk off the page of the book. So we didn't want to start second guessing and saying, well, you know, they couldn't have used that much purple, there must have been other colours in people's clothing rather than that. But we wanted to make the figures recognisable, so we've stayed true to the manuscript.
What's fascinating is looking at this particular page it's open on. There's rooks flying around all over the place. If you step outside that door, there's a tree full of rooks. That's several centuries gone in a flash.
It's wonderful. That particular image that you're talking about there is where there's a chap actually using a sling to throw stones at the rooks to scare them off the crop.
Wow.
And you can see as the stone is coming up behind a rook, he's pulling his tail in, and he's actually got his eyes tight closed, ready for the impact. It's the humour in these pictures.
They're sort of cartoons, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
In the back of the Psalter itself is some musical notation. And an early music expert, Kate Whitney, has taken the time to actually transcribe it into understandable modern notation and teach a choir to sing it.
Right.
And it's, as far as we know, no one's actually done this before. And so this will probably be the first time this music has been heard for about 600 years.
That is a frightening... And in the place where it was heard originally.
Yes, yeah, we thought that it would be really nice to come to Irnham to have, you know, the first proper performance of it again. And, yeah.
I suppose, really, just looking back at this book, I mean, it's a gift for a film, isn't it? Somebody's already done your storyboard for you.
Well, yeah, it is. It's wonderful. It's absolutely packed with colour and humour, and all we have to do, really, is just to look at the images and try and understand what they're telling us and copy it.
Nigel Hallam reporting there on the Luttrell Psalter. Those tunes heard for the first time, they reckon, in 600 years.